Hey there, crew, it's Mark. I'm excited because today I'm officially using one of my brand new journals that I just got from Jenny Bick. This is the brand new Montana Trifold refillable journal, and when I got it, it came with these two notebooks inside of here that were lined, and I thought, what am I going to do with lined notebook? I use dot grid, and I just fell in love with this. I got it blind embossed with my name, and I thought, you know what? I've been seeing a lot of stuff online recently about junk journaling, and specifically setting up these, like, I'm calling them stamp passports, right? I think they're really cool. What got me excited about this and really motivated is that inside of this trifold, you can actually also fit an A5 size notebook. And that was like instantly sold. I could keep an A5 size notebook inside of here and then also have these two other smaller notebooks, which I thought, what would be cool things to do with them? And one of those is definitely going to be like a ink pen swatch catalog, similar to what I've been doing in another notebook. But I also really love this idea of these like stamp passports and this idea of junk journaling, memory keeping, but in a really cool aesthetic way. Now, I'm not very good, in my opinion, at any type of like creative journaling when it comes to like layering papers and colors and all of that. But I have all of the stickers and the papers and stuff that I've been collecting for so long, and even making some stuff myself. And I thought this would be a great time to start using it because this whole like stamp passport junk journaling is right up my alley. And what I love is I hold on to things like cards all the time, and I think these are really cool elements. I'd love to keep them around. But even things like cards, like I just had a birthday, right? So I got all these cool cards, and usually I hold on to them for a little bit and then I toss them, right? Or these little papers or these little bags, or again, things that I've just been collecting over time. Vellum sheets, these visual graphic photo books. I have it all, right? For different subscription boxes and whatnot. And so I really wanted to go ahead and take on this challenge for myself to set one of these up, and thought I would take you along with me on this journey to call, I don't know what you call it, like this example. So what I loved about this is I am a big fan of stamps. I think stamps are amazing. Every time they come up with cool ones, I grab them from the post office. So I actually have these little punch outs from Sizzix. I have a little sidekick that I use, and I was like, okay, what size works well? And I printed out a bunch and said, well, what's going to work inside of this size lined journal? So I did a little bit of math. So, if you're the type of person that likes a little bit of math, I don't love math, but I like things to look symmetrical. I found this guy here. So this little stamp itself is about 2 centimeters. And I knew that on the edges of these, I needed to give myself a little bit of space. So I did like 1.5 centimeters. And then I just started to kind of line things out here. Now, vertically down the page, I'm just going to use these lines to line things up. I know they should be exactly spaced the way that everything else is. But I thought, you know what? What's going to look good inside of here? So I went ahead and I just put in a few marks for this first line to have them spaced out about 0.5 centimeter as we went across. I thought that was a good amount of space between each one of these stamps, and it actually worked out perfectly, or almost perfectly. I mean, the idea of a junk journal, at least from what I've come to understand, is that it is free form. It doesn't have to be anything specific, and I like that about this idea of a junk journal, like I said, because I'm color deficient, so like I'm not really good at putting colors together, but as I mentioned, I collect a lot of things, and I thought that this could be a lot of fun. So once I lined that up and figured it out, well, then I had to go ahead and start, cutting things out. So a little bit ago, I got really big into die cutting. That's when I got my little Sizzix sidekick, and I went ahead and bought all the little die cuts and all the different versions of it. And I bought the little journal that then holds it all and stores it. I mean, I kind of went all out, and I haven't used it in a while, but I did buy this whole stamp die cut set, and I thought, okay, what's going to work out well? And this size, I think, works best. It reminds me a lot of what a regular stamp looks like, and that's why I went for it. Now, if you haven't used a Sizzix, a die cut, or anything else like that, essentially it comes with 2 parts. You put your paper in there, you put your die cut over top, and then you go ahead and push it through this machine. You can also just get a stamp punch out if you want. I didn't have one in my collection, but I'll link one down for you in the descriptions below if you're looking for one. I just got mine off of Amazon, but you can get the stamps and the punch outs probably at any craft store if you wanted to. So next I was trying to look at like, what do I have that I could start to punch out some things on? And what I love about this whole idea of this junk journal and like this stamp passport passport is you kind of get to frame what you want. You know, what's interesting on the papers that you have, right? Like, how are we using this? And I'm just holding this up and just kind of framing out different things, in this case, on this piece of paper. But the same thing could hold true, right? If I wanted this little sun punch out for something, you just frame it up. I've seen other people come up with like little frame cards that they make, and they just hold a little like frame sheet up to different things and see how it's going to look. I'm couldn't be bothered at this exact moment to do that. I probably will do it in the future, but right now I love this idea of just going around and being like, oh, what fits inside of this side, right? This birthday card I have, I could, punch out small things like images. My daughter got me like the best birthday card. It's like 5 cards in one. It's fantastic. But I love these little images. I love all of these different pieces and these words. And the idea behind this junk journaling too, and a little bit of memory keeping, is when things are happening in your life, you're going out somewhere, you're buying new stationery, as I do very often, you're always getting these fun things. So this paper sheet I've had for years. I honestly don't even know where I got it from. I've had it for so long. But I really like the way this little bike looked on here, and I thought this would be a really great place to start. So what I'm doing is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my die stamp over top of the area that I want. And what I've learned is that then you just use a little cheap piece of washi and you put it over top to hold it in place, because things do shift around, at least in this version of things. Why I also like this more than the stamp out is I can see everything through this. I mean, I've used this a lot, as you can tell. The other thing about the little sidekick, sometimes you got to really push things through here. It is not always the easiest. Thank goodness for the suction that holds it in place as you do it, but I make it go through. I force it through, willfully and creatively force it through there. Then once it comes out the other side, you just go ahead and pull off the stamp piece, right? And a little piece of washi. And then you have your little stamp that you're going to put inside of your stamp passport. And this was just such a fun process. I love finding all the different things in my office that I want to use. So let me just show you some examples of some other things. I had some cardstock from Eric's Small Things. I've been holding on this just for years. I've had this and I was like, oh, I'm going to do this now. And it just has some really cool elements on it. If you don't know, I love Eric's Small Things. I also have this sticker that someone had made of me, bullet journal, and then my daughter, who also had a journal at the time. Now, this was a used sticker that I took off and just held on to because I love it so much, but it was just sitting in a box, and I thought this would be kind of cool to put this inside of a passport, or something like that. And it was a face, and I think faces and stamps look really cool. Now, this was a thank you note that I got from my friend Harmony. She sent me some inks. We exchanged some inks, and I thought that this card was really cute with the little faces on it and the stamps and all that. And while I would love to hold on to the note as I have, I did hold on to it for the purpose of utilizing it in some way in the future, beyond just the note. And this was like the ideal time to do that. So I've gone ahead and I've punched out a few things for myself and set them up. So I'm going to go ahead and start to lay out my first row, because the first row is what really needs to be kind of measured out, in my opinion, because once I have that, I can do a pretty good job of following it down the page. I almost did just draw lines down my page to like keep things on the edge, but I decided not to. Now, I have this sticker maker. I've had this for years. When I talk about years, I'm talking like over 10 years. And every now and again, I pull it out to make little stickers. The problem that I have with this, it only fits small things inside of this container. This project was perfect for this, by the way, because those little stamps are pretty small. And all you do is you just load each one through, and then you kind of pull the little tab at the bottom, which turns whatever you put in there into a sticker. It adds like a sticky backing to it. Now, some people look at this and they say that this is wasteful. I understand, but at the same time, it was wasteful when I wasn't using it. But now I'm using it, so it's not wasteful. But once you put things through here, you pull off the clear kind of top part, and it adds sticky to the underneath of that element. It's magic. I don't know how it works. I just really like it. And then from there, I can just go ahead and start sticking things onto my page. Now, the problem that I have with this version and using the Xyron sticker maker is that it adds kind of sticky residue around anything you put inside of there. So we are going to try some other methods of sticking things in here as well. But from a speed standpoint, creating these, getting them a sticky back, adding them in super fast. Now, the other thing, I just got this from Journal Say, and it's just this retractable, like double sticky tape. I also have like a Scotch brand as well, but I thought, let's go ahead and try this out. Like, how well is this going to work when I use this? And is it going to hold it in the page? So I went ahead and I just started sticking things down using it. Now, the good thing about this is like a pen or really anything is you can get as much of that sticky stuff as you want on the back, and there isn't any extra residue, like versus that Xyron one that I had. There's no extra sticky around there, but it also means that a lot of your edges are not stuck down to the page as well. So this is something that I'm definitely going to have to experiment with. Definitely let me know down in the comment section if you do things like this or junk journaling or stick things into your journal. What method do you find to be the most helpful or really stick things down well? Like, is that Xyron sticker maker the way to go? Or, is there some other magical material out there that I'm just not using yet? I mean, I even thought about using like a glue stick as well, could possibly be an option, but I have all this cool stationery. I have to use it. So now I have 2 rows in here, and essentially what I'm doing with that second row is I'm just kind of lining it up with what's above it to make these like ovals, because in my mind, that is what's going to be centered. And then also just using the line down from where that last piece was to do that. And then now that I have this set up, I feel like I have a bit of a template to go off of. So I go ahead and I'm just erasing all of the pencil marks at the top, because now I can just follow this vertically down the page. Now, as I went through thinking about all the many different things that I could go ahead and make stamps out of, I had a ton of fun doing this, because now is where I get into like the crafty, creative part that I really like about junk journaling or memory keeping or scrapbooking, whatever we want to call it. I love just looking at things and saying like, that is a cool design, and appreciating that and cutting things out, and then just continuing to go through my collection of things. Like I said, I've been collecting these little pieces of paper and wrapping paper and stickers and vellum sheets just over the years, and it was so fun to go back and like open those boxes up again and remember like, oh yeah, I remember saving that, and oh yeah, I did say I was going to use this, so let me go ahead and use it now. Now, as I'm going through this, I am just using things I already have. This isn't really much of a memory keeping page, as it is just experimentation and trying things out. My hope and my goal is that as I continue to do this, because in my mind I will do this for the rest of my life, even though realistically I know it's a current hyper focus, but I'm hoping to keep up with it, is that as I'm going out and I'm getting things, or we're celebrating things, like this, for instance, was a Skittles box. This is something my wife got me for Valentine's Day, and then I got a second one for my birthday. I love Skittles, one of my favorite candies. So even just cutting that out and putting that in here. I also love the fact that you can try different materials, very thin paper, vellum, cardstock. I mean, as much as you can punch something out or cut through it, you can put it inside of this journal. There's really like no rules. And again, that's what I love about this idea. I can take postcards, I can take photos if I want to, right? And just punching these things out and kind of creating a collection of things. I'm also hopeful that as I take this project on, I retain less of my junk journaling materials because I'm actually using it. Now, I don't know that I'll be taking everything and immediately putting it into my journal, but I thought I could almost kind of create a bit of a library of these, so that when I'm looking for filler, maybe I'm taking on a month, but I don't do something every single day enough to like have a memory from each day. I could maybe add a few things in here to make it visually interesting. So going back through and just fitting everything in here, I definitely need to, like I said, experiment more about what I'm using to stick things down. I will tell you that when I use that Xyron sticker maker, I just put like a giant strip, so 8 of those in here, and I was able to stick them in so fast and just kind of create that page. Now, everything on this really, in my mind, is going to be about, how I'm keeping this and does it stay inside of this notebook. I would hate to be carrying this around and like little pieces slowly falling out because they're not sticking very well. But some of my ideas are going to be, putting headers over top of this. Again, if I'm doing it month to month, or maybe there's some kind of special occasion or something that has gone on that I want to collect a lot of items from. I just think this is a really fun and visual way that I can keep everything looking good. And in my mind, I want everything to be spaced appropriately. So like right now, I'm just double checking myself to to make sure I was somewhat close, because I think also with all the different colors, the patterns, the shapes, things that are going on, it doesn't look straight to me, but maybe it is. So hopefully adding things at the top and the headers create a little bit more like a scrapbook memory book. But also, I just love this idea of collaging and using the items that I have to try these things out. Like I said, I will continue to figure out the stickiness of the things and glue and whatnot else. So definitely let me know again in the comments what you use if you do things like this, or even if you're interested in this. I mean, we all have these materials in our office somewhere. We have the extra paper scraps that we've gotten from different things. How are we using it? And really, are we using it? And so this whole entire experiment has just been so fun. And I'm really excited to continue to share these with you as I take this on, because I feel like this is probably the most doable junk journal that I can do. And I feel like if I can do it, anyone can. All right, friends, thanks so much for hanging out with me today and checking out my new hyperfocus. I'll talk to you later on. See ya.